Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope all of you in good condition. I'm Allifna Fi Hablillah, and in this time I will be presenting material about how to build better time management for study. In every year, most students start out each new semester of school with high expectation. They envision themselves being successful in their studies and schoolwork, but they fail to put together a realistic plan or establish a routine that will enable them to achieve academic success. And there are only so many hours in a day, days in a week, and weeks in a term. And if you don't pay attention, the end of the semester will arrive before you know it and catching you by surprise. To achieve academic success, you must carefully manage your study time on a daily, weekly, and semester basis. And the following is a time management strategy for doing exactly that. And surely many of you are asking what is time management is and why is that important. Time management is the process of intentionally structuring your schedule to best serve your goals. It requires strategically organizing tasks to maximize productivity. Good time management means organizing your time intentionally and prioritizing activities that most efficiently advance you toward your goals and honor your values. Time management is also addressed as productivity. And the question is why we need to do that? The answer because it's one of the most valuable commodities that you have is a time. Good time management is essential to success. Achieving success in any endeavor requires giving it the proper amount of time at the right time. Taking the time to learn how to manage your time is a very good use of your time. It's easy to let the seemingly urgent tasks of life crowd out and the more precious and lasting priorities. And living out your priorities and achieving your goals requires being intentional and disciplined. And I'm sure I will say there are many benefits that can be obtained by doing time management, especially for students who are struggling to achieve higher education. Time management has a very big influence on students in learning, and it is very important to do to improve the quality of learning. By doing time management, it can give us enough time to focus on studying. To do time management, we also need discipline and consistency. We must be able to distinguish between what is important and what is not. For a student, they must be more concerned with their study time than their playing time. And we also need the right step in time management to improve learning. And there are several steps that need to be done by doing the time management. Step 1 is prepare a term calendar. At the start of each new term, before you get heavily involved in your studies or other activities, you should prepare a calendar that covers the entire term. Your term calendar can look like a regular monthly calendar, or it can employ a different format. Whichever format you choose, your term calendar should outline the following: assignment with their due dates, tests with their dates, all school activities, and all out of school and extracurricular activities. The step 2 is prepare a weekly schedule. It is unlike your term calendar, which is planned out in its entirety at the beginning of each term. Your weekly schedule is prepared at the beginning of each new week. Each Sunday, sit down and prepare a weekly schedule. Although you will prepare your weekly schedule each Sunday, you should update your schedule as the week progresses and the new item arise. And to prepare your weekly schedule, please do the following steps. First, write down on your calendar each class you have for each day of the week. Next is take a look at your term calendar and write down on your weekly calendar items that you need to be complete or are occurring that week. It is included assignment, tests, and even and the others. Next is go back and review all your class notes and your schedule from the prior week to see if there is anything you need to add into this week's schedule that is carrying over. Next is add to your weekly schedule any out of school and extracurricular activities that you will be participating in during the upcoming week. Next is note down the day and the time for each assignment, study session, work group or project you will be completing during the week. This may be occurring in the evening, after school, or during the school. And the last step is prepare a daily schedule. You having a term calendar and weekly schedule will be sufficient to effectively manage your time, but they aren't. You also need to prepare a daily schedule. Each evening, prepare a daily schedule for the next school day. Place a check mark next to each item to be completed as it is completed. To prepare your daily schedule, please do the following steps. First, jot down everything from your weekly schedule that you need to do for the coming day. Next is write down everything from your previous daily schedule that wasn't completed and needs to be completed the next day. Next is check your daily schedule for the current day to see if there is any other school activities that you need to include for the following days. Next is include any other activities from your weekly schedule that need to be included in your next day's schedule. And then there are some tips and strategies that need to be applied in time management. First is prioritize your assignment. Start the habit of beginning your studying with the most difficult or important subject or task first. Second is find a dedicated study space. A key to ongoing time management is to find a dedicated study space free from distraction where you can concentrate. Next is create blocks of study time. Not only should you have a dedicated study space, you should have dedicated study time. Blocks of time where you can focus on your studies. Next is schedule activities for after your school works. Putting off less important activities until after you complete your school work will allow you stay on track and focus on your fun activities without the pressure looming school works. Next is use helpful research. Smart friends, tutor, study groups, and even the internet are useful resources for tackling complex subjects and making the most effective use of your time. Next is join study group. Study groups offer several advantages to students, less of which is the ability of cover more material faster. Next is get exercise, eat right, and get plenty of sleep. If you're not at your peak, you won't be able to focus or concentrate, nor you will have the energy or stamina to get your studies complete efficiently. Going to bed an hour early can make all the difference the next day in your ability to make the best use of your time. And the last tips is be flexible. You can't plan for everything. Unforeseen obstacles are bound to pop up, so plan accordingly and be flexible. And that's all is the way to build the better time management for study. And I hope that what I have said can be useful for all of us. I think that is enough. Sorry if there is any mistake. That is all, and thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.